Okay, hopefully we're live again, and hopefully we have audio. Okay. So I don't know if it's just disappeared, but I've seen a number of birds since I arrived here. Oh, I forgot one in my chat list. Canada goose, red-winged blackbird, killdeer, bald eagle, green-winged teals, northern shovelers. I said red-winged blackbirds already. Some gulls. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think I see a raven. That might be a raven. I also saw... Oh, is that another one? Let's go see if we can hopefully take a look. I hope it stays right there. I've seen American crows, but I also saw in flight an American bittern, my first of the year. I don't know if this is a crow or it's probably a crow. Yeah, I think it's a crow. It's a crow. Never mind. Although I like crows. But it's a crow. Let's take a look at it. Oh, if we can. Okay. It took off. Interesting. So I don't know if that was a raven that we had seen earlier, just moments before. I'm not sure. It seemed like it. Just seemed like the way it was flying, just a slower flapping, wing speed. But maybe I'm wrong. It seems large and heavy, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I've got to wait for some cars. So anyway, the surprise sighting for me was an American bittern, and I had seen what I saw a bird in the air, and I thought, okay, this will be a northern harrier, and so I trained my binoculars on it, and sure enough, it was not a harrier, it was a bittern. An American bittern, my first of the year. Hold on a second. I think I see an osprey. Anyway, it's 44 degrees, somewhat sunny, not really sunny right now, but somewhat sunny. So it's not the mildest of days, and quite honestly I would have preferred cloudy and a little warmer and less windy. Today's going to be, as I said before you could hear, today is breezy and with occasional gusts, like I think up to 25 miles an hour. So I just have to deal with it. I hear some Canada geese. I see to our right some cars behind us, so I can't just stop wherever I want. Well, I kind of can, but I don't want to get in their way. Hold on. Looks like a gadwall there. And Canada goose, I believe. More gadwalls. It's been a relatively quiet week in terms of bird watching for me, except I did manage to see a horned grebe. And I posted video on YouTube. I don't know if this is the same osprey or not. It looks like it's carrying something. This is through the windshield, so I can't get a good look. Anyway, I don't see horned grebes too often. I've only seen two in my whole life, but I was certainly glad to see the one I saw on, when was it? Was it Thursday? I think it was. This, the other horned grebe I've seen, I actually saw on the tour one time, and that was a year ago here on Wildlife Drive. We were driving along and I spotted one with plumage that was more towards the non-breeding than the breeding. The other day what I saw was more towards breeding than non-breeding, and quite a difference, but still it was certainly good to see. It was the first time I've seen one with nearly breeding plumage. A beautiful bird. And a goose. Let's see what we can do to take a closer look at this goose. Beautiful. What did I just see? Oh, I think I see a kingfisher. And I see a bald eagle in flight. Here's the eagle. I'll lose sight of it because of just the way it is. And as for the kingfisher, let's see if I can find it again. Well, I hear mallards. Yep, I see it in flight. I thought I saw a kingfisher. I was pretty sure of it. I don't see it now. I don't know if it flew on or what. You can just keep looking for a moment. No, I don't see it. I don't know if we would have had a good look at it anyway, but I don't see it now. Osprey again. I'm not sure if it's the same one. It's in the air. Okay, I don't see... I'm pretty sure I don't... I've lost track of the kingfisher, if that's what it was. Okay. I'm gonna... Well, let's proceed. Sorry about the wind. Just the way it is here. What do I see in the air? Possibly the same eagle. Having a hard time finding it in the air. And I don't know if it's responsible, but there are ducks out there, and a fair number took off. Well, I don't know if you can hear, but I can hear Canada geese out there. Northern shovelers. Looks like an American coot way back there, judging by the white bill. And looks like those canvasbacks probably in the center screen. Not sure who that is there. Better look at the coot, which is more out in the open now. I think those look like ring-necked ducks. See that white spike towards the shoulder or towards the front? That's a good marker for me. Sorry we're not seeing anything very well, but you know, everything is pretty far away, so nothing I can do really. Wind does not help. Not sure what that is. Well, it looks like ring-necked ducks again. out of the water. That is definitely a canvas back there at center screen. And there are ringneck ducks, more canvas backs. That's a pied-billed grebe right there. Now again, a reminder, grebes are not ducks. So, you know, is that another one? I don't think so. But pied-billed grebes are not ducks, and neither is the horned grebe that I saw the other day. American coots aren't ducks either. They have the same form factor overall, but they're not ducks. That looks like a redhead right there, I think. Yes. And, yeah. It's hard to see them all. They're all way back there, and looking at my little screen, it's not easy, but... Okay, we're going to move along. Let me look around with binoculars for a moment. Someone turn off the wind, would ya? Okay, let's move. I'm just going to leave everything in place. Couple more mallard to our right. Kind of quiet overall. I mean, I don't see a lot of activity nearby, certainly. Not with the naked eye. Hold on one second, what do I see? More coots, Canada geese, canvasbacks, northern shovelers. Boy, that wind is something. Alright, I'm going to bring you back in the car. So we won't get the ideal view, but we'll do our best from here. I guess those are Canada geese out there, the larger birds. As I noted earlier, it might have been better to have the tour tomorrow, but this works out for me better, so we're here today. Here today, and we will make the best of it. Canada geese and northern shovelers. And what is this little bird here? Hold on. I'm guessing it's a teal, but I'm not positive. Especially with the female ducks, my ID skills are only so good. That wind is annoying. To the naked eye, there's really not much in view at all. Not right now, anyway. A few more shovelers there in the grasses. I'm going to set you down for a minute. I need to look at something. keep going. To drive through this stretch slowly because you never know what could be hiding in some of these watery areas. That wind doesn't make anything fun, but by the way, high up above, I just noticed ahead of us is, looks like it may be a couple of eagles. I'm not positive. Yes, it looks like a couple of bald eagles. Was one of them anyway, but there were two up there. In terms of the grasses up here, it doesn't seem like anything is really growing just yet. I'm not seeing any real, I mean, you see some green, but that green may have carried over from the from last year. See, somebody's flying along the channel there. I think it's double-crested cormorant. Just lost sight of it because it's on the pilot. And I did see a bald eagle, an adult, flying around at, oh, maybe there are two of them. Maybe, I don't know if they're the same two or not. It's all through the windshield, so I'm having a hard time maintaining focus. Looks like two adults, I think. It's hard to stay with them through the windshield at an angle. The other thing I saw this week, although I did not record it, was it was kind of breezy, windy like this, maybe not quite as windy, and I saw one of my neighboring red-tailed hawks in a tree. So I trained my scope on it, and just watching it, and it just suddenly took off. And but it, very often you see them take off, and they bend their legs and push off, and start flapping their wings. And it wasn't necessary because of that wind. And it was actually my neighboring hawk Phoenix, whom I was watching, and just raised the wings, caught the air, and boom, right into the air, and was gaining elevation very rapidly. It's just a beautiful sight. Often if you see them under normal conditions, they take off, and if they want to soar, it takes a while to gain elevation, because they slowly do it, taking advantage of the rising thermals. This is a turkey vulture here. If you're new and you're not familiar with turkey vultures, oh, is that another one? Or is that the same one? If you're not familiar with turkey vultures, and you see one with the naked eye, and you're not sure if you're looking at a hawk or a turkey vulture or an eagle, it's one of the ways you can distinguish, and it doesn't always happen, but the turkey vultures have more of a V shape to them when they're flying along. They hold their wings more in a V overall formation, and they wobble side to side very often. So that's a good indicator that it's a turkey vulture as opposed to a hawk or an eagle. Obviously, it's not a guarantee. At any moment, maybe an eagle would have a slight V just by the way it's holding its wings. Same thing with a hawk. Or if it's windy or whatever bird it is could be wobbling in the same manner as a turkey vulture does. So, it's not a guarantee, but it's a good sign, a good indicator. Oh, I see in the water up ahead on our right, looks like we may have a couple swans there. Well away from us, I believe they're green-winged teals. Down the channel to our left. We'll keep going. Now, there are a lot of cars here, as you can probably see, lined up ahead, so maybe they're looking at the swans. I'm going to look at the swans from here. Looks like 2 swans and 2 Canada geese. I'm guessing that they're trumpeter swans, but I don't know. They look like trumpeters, and they're beautiful. Let me give you the best look I can from here. And you can see no room right now. Canada geese seem to be swimming away. And further out in the water, shovelers, and is that a gadwall? I think that's a gadwall there. That's a shoveler, northern shoveler. And I'm not sure what those are. As I said last week, I mean, there's a fair amount of water here, so, you know, not necessarily the best thing if you want to see shorebirds. We may just, I wouldn't mind seeing the swans up close, but we may just pass on them just because of all these cars here taking all the good spots. And I think we're going to have to do that. Unless the Subaru moves. Been in the way the whole time today. Well, we'll get a decent look right now. Although they're feeding, so their heads are below the water much of the time. But they do indeed look like trumpeter swans to me, I think. Back there. Okay, we saw them already. So we're going to move along because they are feeding and keeping their heads below water much of the time. So, but still, nice to see them. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, with all the water that's here, and it's, you know, fairly deep in many spots from what I could tell, or at least it's maybe, I wonder, a little too deep to really draw shorebirds. So we may have to look elsewhere when the time comes, depending. What was that? I saw what looked like a grebe. It may be a pied-billed grebe. Hold on. It is. Okay. Another pied-billed grebe, which is diving occasionally, so we're going to keep moving. That might be an area of shallower water to our right. I'm going to take a look at it with binoculars first. And that could, I'll show it to you. That could end up drawing shorebirds, and that's fine, but they may be, because of the grasses between us and this area, it may be difficult for us to see anything. as spring progresses. Hard to tell, but it just looks like shallower water anyway. See a couple gadwalls. Let's see if we can maybe get a better look at them before they go in the grasses or something. Looks like they might go in the grass. Fighting, but we'll take it for now. And there was a female with him who went into the, there she is. So we're not going to see them much longer. Okay, let's move. I'm going to leave this connected to this camera. Wait a second. Oh, blue-winged teals. First of the day. Males in the foreground. Hope I didn't frighten them away. Good to see them. Let me look for a second with binoculars. I believe the gadwalls may still be in that area, but I don't see them. Okay. You know, I like that look we just had at the two blue-winged teals. And, you know, that's what I've talked about. You know, we've seen them before. We don't see them every day, but we've seen them before many times. And you never know when you're going to get a special look at a bird, even if it's a bird that is common for you and you see it every day. It's a high-billed grebe, I believe. looking for it. I don't see it. It may still be under. I just don't see it. I don't know where it is. I don't see it. I lost sight of it. I think I hear a swamp sparrow. I believe that's what I'm hearing, a swamp sparrow. Sorry, I'm looking on both sides of the road. Looking for anyone who might be hiding on the other side. Let's move along. You know, I'm going to switch cameras. See a great blue heron in the air. Headed who knows where, but heading away anyway. hold on a second. To our right, a couple gulls on the other side of the road. Really, on the other side of the highway. So it looks like largely the same old here so far. There are some ducks in the distance. Let me take a quick look if I can. Look like mallards way out there. I just hope that they're not draining any of the pools that we frequent this year. Over the last few years, they've drained Maze Point, they've drained Shockey Pool, they've drained the main pool. I don't know how often they really need to drain them. This, all these grasses, I would imagine, are a result of that draining that they did last year. That and the fact that we didn't receive all that much snow over the winter this year. So not much was there to press down these grasses, I think. I do see a Canada goose out there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but there's a goose. Oh, harrier, I think. Northern harrier. By the looks of it. I'll let it go just because of where it's flying. Good to see. Wouldn't surprise me if the goose we saw swimming minute or two ago. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the mate of this one, but I don't know. Northern harrier, maybe the same one, probably. If I had to guess. thought I saw something out there. Maybe another cannon goose out here. Yes. And you could say, I mean, it has been relatively quiet in terms of birds. We haven't seen, you know, a lot, but we've seen some nice variety actually overall. And but you know, and you may say, well, it's still early. Why are you even bothering? Well, it's because you never know. You may have a good look at something. Could just be a tree trunk or something. I kind of want to take another look at it. I think that's what it probably is. I mean, there are a lot of tree trunks and other logs and debris. Doesn't budge, so I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay, never mind. Is it probably another gadwall by the looks of it, I think. Have to wonder. You know, we haven't seen many great blue herons. Granted, this is only the second week that we've come here this season. But you wonder if maybe, and I'm not saying there's nothing to eat, but you wonder if maybe the draining in the pool last year made for fewer fish this year to this point. Red-winged blackbird. Anyway, you may recall, like last year, as the pool was draining and drying out, you know, we were coming here and we could see, you know, the water levels dropping week to week, and you know, there were only so many areas that were good for fishing if you were a great blue heron. Shovelers again. So, you know, I'm not sure. And I imagine some fish have found their way back in as they, you know, they open things up and allowed water back in. And there are, I'm sure, frogs and maybe other things and who knows what. But like I said, it could be that the fishing ain't so good. Bird in the air is about to cross over the road. It may be that same harrier, northern harrier. It's flying above the highway now. Oh, and another one. So we've seen definitely at least two harriers. I'm going to lose track of this one too, just because of where it's flying. And it looks like it's also, I'm looking in my mirror. No, I'm not looking in my mirror. It looked like it was also making its way across the road, although I've lost, I can't see it now. It was behind me. I love getting a good look at a northern harrier in flight. They're beautiful. As I kind of spoke about earlier, really, sometimes they can work to our advantage. They're annoying to deal with, and you know they lead to noise on the camera, you know, coming through the microphone, and also if it's windy enough, you know, they push my camera around a bit, so they cause vibrations that can be very irritating. But you know, sometimes they lead to birds taking to the air a little bit more often. So sometimes on a breezy day you might see, you know, the large birds of prey taking flight when maybe they otherwise wouldn't. Just about it for Wildlife Drive.
and it's unlikely I'm even going to try climbing the tower at Shockey Pool. See some swans, I think they're swans, out on Mays Point Pool. We may come back and look at them, we'll see. Not very, very close, but we saw a couple weeks ago there were a couple swans there and they swam right by, and that was nice. Osprey nest we are about to pass, that's on our left, has at least one, possibly two ospreys in it. Right and up in the air I see, looks like a red-tailed hawk, I think. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe. Seen too many red-tailed hawks today. I saw two of my neighboring hawks before I left home this morning, and I'm not sure if I saw any the rest of the way until no, I don't think I did now I think about it. Or I may have seen one on my way here. Car behind me, and I don't know, maybe he wasn't paying attention. I was signaling. He seems startled that I turned right. Maybe he didn't believe me that when I said I was turning right. I don't know. It was in the air. I noticed its shadow before I noticed the bird itself. I guess it's 47 degrees now. It started at 44 for the tour. I believe it's supposed to warm up tomorrow. And be cloudier and be less windy. So tomorrow in many ways is a better day weather-wise. Wow. Looks like there's nothing down there. At least with the naked eye. A lot of wind. Well, I'm not going to waste much time here. I'm going to look a little bit more closely with my binoculars, and then if I don't see anything, we're going to move along. There are a few ducks down there. Well, maybe more than I thought, but... Take a quick look, everybody. Not sure what we're seeing. There may be some pintails down there. I'm not positive. But they're certainly not all pintails, if any of them are. We may be seeing some green-winged teals, actually. This visibility is terrible, so we're going to move along. I'm not sure what we're seeing down there, to be honest. Let me just take another look or two,
See if there's anything else we really should be looking at. I do see a great blue heron in flight. But I think we're going to move right along. Moving on. Last week, when we left Sapsucker Woods, I played music, and because of that music, YouTube objected to that video segment, and I directed YouTube to remove the 2 offending songs, and it took a while. And I think the video is now available again, although sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. It matters on the particular view of the channel page that you're using. I believe it's now available, although the chat has been removed. And I think what happens is anytime the video is edited, the live stream video is edited, I think the chat is automatically deleted. Quite honestly, when in Ithaca last week, really didn't see all that many outstanding sites. But anyway, it's this sort of thing that makes me hesitant to play music. I like playing music on the tour. It's nice to hear. But sometimes I'm concerned that some songs are objected to, and as a result, we could see, let's say we see something and all of a sudden the video is blocked and unviewable. Most of the music I play, is accepted, but I'm not allowed to monetize the video. Well, I don't monetize any of my videos, so that doesn't matter to me. But when the video gets blocked, that does matter. If it's completely blocked and unviewable. So anyway, if you were looking for the Sapsucker portion of the tour, that's what happened.
Turn right after 3 miles and continue on RT 89.
Yeah. We're going to go to Carncross Road again. See if maybe there's anything of interest to see. just passed an American Kestrel.
Turn right after a quarter of a mile and continue on RT 89. Turn right after 1,000 feet and continue on RT 89. Please turn next right. Turn right after a quarter of a mile. Turn right after 800 feet onto Savannah Spring Lake Road.
I might learn this route eventually, but
Please turn next right.
some crow activity I just saw. I wonder if it's anything out of the ordinary.
Turn right after 2 miles. Turn right after a quarter of a mile. Turn right after 800 feet. Then you will arrive at your destination.
It's an eastern bluebird, I think. Let's see if maybe we can get a look at it.
Oh. All right. I still see it, but it's not close. I'm not going to bother. Hold on a second. Okay.
Anyway, I think I see some swans out there. Today's visibility might be tough. The sun is shining and things might look backlit, so we may have a tough time here today. Looks like there are quite a few gulls. And likely some cormorants. May have just heard a song sparrow, I'm not sure. The cormorants, are they in my view? I'm not sure. Hold on a second. I don't know where they are. I saw them. At least I believe I saw them. Oh, come on. That is a cormorant, likely a double-crested cormorant in the air, but I thought I saw more of them somewhere. Looks like they went through and smoothed things over here, the road. I'll see the potholes that we saw before. It's not a smoothly paved road, but it's smoother. do what we've been doing. We'll drive through, turn around, and then look more closely on the way back. I don't see, there's not that much here from what I can see, but you never know. There may be birds kind of hidden and ready to surprise us. Just saw a swallow. It looked like a tree swallow to me. Up ahead, what do I see up ahead? Just a trailer and there's a dog out there. Just curious if in the to our left up ahead if there are any ducks, so I'm gonna, otherwise I wouldn't bother to drive this far. Looks like nothing's there, so we're going to turn around right here. And I see like essentially nothing there. Hi, horsey. Some kind of a sparrow to our right. Looks like I think it's a song sparrow. Could be wrong. Through the windshield, so it's not a good look. And it just flew off. Seems like there's less here today than last week, and that last week had less than the prior week in terms of waterfowl. However, I do see a shorebird of some sort, or two, or three, or four. I can only guess what they are, so let's take a look and see if we can figure it out together.
Lighting is going to be a challenge, as I said. I'm guessing we're looking at a greater yellow legs, but I'm not positive. And to our right a little bit, there's one. I thought I saw. There we go. Again, I'm guessing greater yellow legs, but I may be wrong. Okay, let me have a look around a little bit with binoculars. 1 second. I may see some pintails, I'm not sure. If I can find them. Not so sure. No, I don't, that doesn't look like a pintail. But that's not where I was looking, I don't believe. Hold on. Well, maybe it is. No. It wasn't. No, that's not it. Swan way out there. I think we're going to drive up forward a little bit in a moment. More swans there in the distance. I saw the cormorants. Where are they? Thought I did anyway. Hold on. There they are, in the back. Okay, let's move forward. Pretty quiet here, really. There are swans, but they're not very close, so maybe it's not worth staying. This one is not close enough to really give us a good look. There are a couple more, but I think we're going to move along. What do I see here? There's a gull. Unfortunately, they're not only fairly well away from us, they're partially blocked by vegetation, and the sun is troublesome. So let's move along.
Still far away, so we're going to move along. That was disappointing, I have to admit. I'd like to have seen a lot more. Hold on one second here. Let's stop here. We've got some other birds that might be worth seeing. Shorebirds. And they're closer. If I don't scare them away.
I believe they're greater yellowlegs. Come on, wire. Trying to see if they're any really close. They were closer, but maybe I startled them, I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna move along.
To our left. Let's go this way. some shortcut. Let's go to the Sandhill Crane Unit. We're almost there. Starling on the road. Get off the road. You know where we cross the railroad tracks? Well, it's right here. Lift your feet, please. Lift your feet. 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 Okay. Smooth things over here a bit too. Maybe. Yeah, I think it looks, it looks a little better. Fewer potholes anyway. Not perfect, but fewer potholes. I do wonder why this vehicle ahead of us seems to have stopped. Is it moving slowly? Yeah, a little bit. Perfect, and I have a feeling it won't take much to ruin it again, but that was much easier and better because I did go over it. We did not come here last week, but we did come here a couple weeks ago. And quite a few potholes then. There may not be much activity here either, so who knows if we'll stay very long. Looks like a fair number of swallows around, tree swallows. Looks like they didn't do anything for this part of the road. I might see an eagle in the air. I think I do. Where'd he go? Oh, that looks like great blue heron. Giving the long legs in the air. You don't see that with an eagle. Looks like it might be pretty quiet here too. Maybe even quieter than it was at Carncross. I'm not sure. Well, there's a great blue heron. And who's this? Oh, it's a gull. But the heron is right over here. But I have a feeling we're not going to be here too long. Straighten things out. Never know, we might see something. Like this American coot over here. Where'd he go? There it is. I might be hearing a pied-billed grebe. Oh, another coot right here, closer. Not a duck, although it has the same form factor. Not a duck. Really not much here. We may just turn right around. Oops, sorry. You just turn right around and head back. Some birds out there, but not many. Some ducks took off. Let's set you down. Turn right around and just leave. Well, there's not much going on here. Disappointing. See some birds on the water, just a couple maybe. I don't know what they are just yet. Let's see if I can line up to have a look. Mallards, Canada geese. There are some ducks out there, but we're not going to see them well, so I don't know if it's worth staying to try, to be honest. And I thought I saw something closer, which just dove. It may have been a grebe. We'll turn around and then we'll kind of look a little bit better as we move along. Is that an eagle nest? Looks like one, but angles are tough. Osprey nest? There's an osprey nest I didn't know about.
And is there another one? Possibly. It's not close, but we'll try to take a look at this osprey nest since we're here. Kind of hanging out, so not really much to see. Not a surprise. I mean, it's early in the season yet. And we'll take a look at the other nest, which is much farther away, which is right there. Same sort of thing, not too much excitement. And in the air, hold on one second, is a bald eagle. Let me turn to the other camera. Gentleman in the Toyota Prius that we passed, he's getting, well, here's the suspected eagle nest, by the way. Doesn't look like we'd have a lot of luck seeing it. Anyway, the gentleman in the Prius, he looks like he's getting on a tripod, and I don't know what he's going to look at. But there may be a second eagle nest way out there. But let's stop here for a moment and take a look at a few things and see if there's anything worth looking at. American widgeon? Might be. Yeah, widgeons and buffleheads. And that's a ruddy duck. Bufflehead just dove, I think. What you'll see. Maybe looking at, is that a ringneck duck? It looks like it. Ruddy duck in the front, ringneck duck there, center. See that white, well, you can't see it now. See that white triangular shape towards the shoulder? That's, for me, a good marker. That's a ringneck duck. At least I know it's a male. Well, that's not why it's a male, but I know it's a male ringneck duck. Now, I see something else here, a little closer. Maybe, where am I looking? Hey, you know, shoot, where is it? Yeah, I hear pie-billed grebes. At least I think I do. And that looks like one there. Okay, let me look around a little bit with binoculars, see if there's anything else we really want to look at. Lighting is challenging, I'm sorry about that. I'm really not sure what we're looking at. They seem to be on the smaller side, but I'm not sure what they are. I think we're going to move along. Maybe look at a few more birds, but we're going to leave here pretty shortly. Hey. By their tails, they look like ruddy ducks to me. Might be. Or, I don't know. Definitely a bufflehead. I think some ruddy ducks. Maybe some redheads. Okay, but I think it's time for us to move along. If I see anything else, I'll... Let me just get a quick look. Again, very challenging lighting, really. Maybe not as much as I would have liked to have seen, but better than I thought it would be. I arrived and I thought I saw nothing, but still nothing close and nothing giving us a really good view. There are people back there. I wonder what they're looking at. If they're looking at anything special or not. I don't know. I didn't see anything special. Could be they're seeing something I'm not seeing. Won't be the first. Won't be the first time. It's already after 3 o'clock. I think that's early, but remember, I have to drive back to Ithaca for us to continue there, and that takes time. That was muddy. Finding the road, Van Dyne Spoor Road, happening to notice it on the way here, saved us a bit of time, so that's good. Made it easier to get here from Carncross.
turkey vulture in the air up ahead of us. Saw one of those geese we saw a couple weeks ago. Railroad tracks, lift your feet. And up ahead there may be not sure what they are. Did we just go too far? I think we did. I think we did. Sheep did. We did. So the time we saved, we just lost. I missed the turn. Make it up, don't worry. Please turn left. disappointing? Yeah, maybe. We're not going to go to River Road like we did last week, that's for sure. That's where we saw the bald eagle nest last week. If it were cloudy, maybe I would do it, but not today. Last week, and I wouldn't anticipate a great view this week, although we did see that there were 2 eagle chicks in the nest, at minimum. I think what we're going to do is we'll head to Mays Point. I'll get out and see if things are worth the effort in terms of getting, equipment out of the car. And that just may be our last stop up here for the day. Like I said, it's about 3:20 now, and there's only so much time we have to spend up here because I have to drive back. It takes time. In the Mays Point area, I see something large in the air, in the dark. Not sure what it is yet. Not sure if I still see it. Oh yeah, I do see it. And it's great blue heron flying right over the road. And I think we have a couple ospreys in the air. Yes, right above us, 2 of them. Remember, things have to be really good and worthwhile for us to stop here because of the wind and the sun. And right now I'm not seeing much out on the water, so I don't know if we're going to bother to stop. In fact, I probably won't even get out of the car at all, even though go look. By the looks of things. Heard some of the usuals, meaning red-winged blackbirds, but not much else. Dug ahead. Okay, well, I think I'm not going to bother getting out of the car. I didn't see really anything out on the water close by or anything worth getting equipment out to go see. I should probably run out and take a look, and I think I will do that. Just in case. I'll park the car for a moment, and then I'll go take a look. I think I see some swallows. Okay, I'm going to run out and see if there's anything really worth seeing. If not, we'll pack up and head to Ithaca. I'll be right back. Well, at the moment, the breeze isn't really all that bad. However, there aren't that many birds to see. There were a few buffleheads out there, and a few swallows flying around, 1 or 2 red-winged blackbirds, but that was just about it. So I don't think we're going to stay. And in fact, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pack up and head back to Ithaca. Okay, so let's say maybe roughly 4:45 to, let's say maybe about 5 o'clock I should be back. Maybe a little sooner. Okay, but let's look at 5 o'clock to resume in Ithaca. How's that sound to you? Does that sound good? Okay, you guys get the message, so I will see you all in a while. Bye-bye.